Okay, this is tour package option number one. Train rides across Northern Europe, backpacking across the Iron Curtain and beyond. Very Nazi centric, but then also these are all the cities that are known as the capital of beer. And so every place we stop, it's beer, beer, beer. Again, the objective is getting as many countries as possible. So we would be starting off in Germany. Well, let me just show you where we start off. So we fly out of Omaha, and as we go across into Europe, we would end up our first night in Munich. And Munich, the home of the Nazi Party, but again, very historic aspect, beer gardens, home of Oktoberfest. We won't be there for Oktoberfest, but we'll be able to see where they celebrate Oktoberfest and how they pull it off. And then also the home of the Munich Olympics. And so we will be able to set off this Olympic tour right with a stop off at a Olympic stadium in Munich. After Munich, we take our train ride, leave Germany, and head to the Czech Republic and enter into Prague. And Prague, beautiful medieval city. This is our first stop beyond the Iron Curtain. You'll be able to see, what life was like during the period of the Cold War. And also it will start to look and feel and smell and taste like South Omaha because of the Slavic heritage and everything else like that. And so it'll start to remind us of South Omaha. Then we take a train over into Poland. So now we're in country number 3. We've gone from Germany, Czech Republic, and now here we are in Poland and beautiful Krakow, one of 2 cities Hitler had labeled as indestructible. He gave the orders, if we ever have to leave any of these areas that we've occupied, you will not destroy Poland, or you will not destroy Krakow, and you will not destroy Paris. Here in Krakow, again, beer, Polish beer, your first experience of Polish beer. Oh, and the pierogies, of course, pierogies. But then also historically, we'll be able to see the salt mines and go down those salt mines. It takes 3 hours to get down to the bottom of these salt mines. It's a beautiful place. Then off to Auschwitz, and then also a tour of the factory of the home of Schindler, Oskar Schindler, home of Schindler's List. And a lot of the tour, as you explore Krakow, they'll always be saying, this is where they filmed this scene from Schindler's List. This is where they filmed this thing. After Krakow, we leave Poland and we return to Germany, where we go to Berlin, home of the Berlin Wall, and East Berlin and West Berlin, Checkpoint Charlie, and so many memorials and historical celebrations of the fall of the Berlin Wall, as well as that period of the Cold War where people were trying to escape East Berlin to get into West Berlin, and all of that historical aspects that we Gen Xers actually lived through. So we'll understand. Then we go all the way. We get back on the train, go all the way across Germany to where we get into the Netherlands, where we will stop off in Amsterdam. Amsterdam, again, another territory occupied by the Nazis, home of the Van Gogh Museum, the Red Light District, and also Anne Frank, the attic where Anne Frank and her family had hidden during that Nazi-occupied time. Then as we head towards France, we're going to stop off in another country, and that will be we will be stopping off in Belgium, where we will go to Brussels, spend the afternoon in Brussels, have lunch, explore, have Belgian chocolate, have Belgian waffles, see all of, and then also see the world famous mannequin piss. And then we will get back on that train. So we will arrive in Paris that Tuesday night, week number 2, Tuesday night. We get in Paris, check in, do a little bit of exploring, spend that Wednesday before the Olympics. Because remember, that's why we were there in the first place. And we haven't even thought about it for a while. Spend the day in Paris, go to the Louvre Museum, see the Mona Lisa, go to the Eiffel Tower, get to see everything. Then on Thursday, we'll take a day tour off into Normandy and also Britannia. These are two different states, two different regions of France, home of the Omaha Beach Memorial, where they filmed Saving Private Ryan. And then we will also spend a day going off to Mont Saint-Michel. Then we will return to Paris, to where we will be by Friday to spend that Friday, July 26th, the opening ceremonies of the Olympics. And then that next morning on Saturday, July 27th, we will get on the train and take the Eurostar up into London, and we will arrive in London Saturday afternoon. That gives us the afternoon to do tours and walk around and explore, and then have Saturday night as well. And this will be warm, balmy, beautiful July 27th. The next morning on Sunday, July 28th, our flight will probably be leaving back to the United States in the afternoon, which gives us a long period, couple hours to explore Sunday morning. And Megan will be able to tell you, we got to see a lot of stuff exploring London before we had to get to the airport by noon to get our 1 o'clock flight. Then that Sunday, we'll fly out in the afternoon and return back to the United States, to where you should arrive in Omaha by Sunday evening, July 28th, so you can report back to work on Monday, July 29th. So that is option number one of 5 options I've explored. The other 4 are all Mediterranean based, and they all involve cruises. And again, back to what makes this different is it's all trains. A lot of packing, unpacking, checking into hotels, checking out of hotels. But again, you see the great coverage that is included in this 14-day, once-in-a-lifetime tour of Northern Europe, backpacking across the Iron Curtain and Nazi-occupied beer capitals of the world.